Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering BlackByte Ransomware attacks victims with a double extortion scheme. Mosk Ransomware joins the Stop Djvu family. And MegaUnit, an adware with browser hijacking traits, is targeting Macs. BlackByte Ransomware is one of many ransomware strains that utilize double extortion tactics to compel payment from victims. What are double extortion tactics, you may ask? Well, in most cases, hackers will encrypt your files and they will remain locked until you crack and make the ransom payment. When dealing with hackers that employ double extortion tactics, if you fail to pay, hackers will reveal sensitive stolen information on what is called a leak site. BlackByte Ransomware infects users' computers and then locks the victim's files with a virtually uncrackable AES symmetric key algorithm. BlackByte Ransomware also modifies the original names of the locked files by appending the telltale .blackbyte extension. The hackers behind BlackByte then leave a ransom note with instructions for payment inside a file name blackbyte_restoremyfiles.hta. According to the instructions in the ransom note, the operators of BlackByte Ransomware give their victims 3 days to pay the ransom. After that, it is said that the victim's private information collected in the hack will be posted on a dedicated auction site. That website is hosted on the Tor network. Like most ransomware operators, the hackers behind BlackByte offer to unlock 2 encrypted files to prove their ability to decrypt all locked files. However, the files must meet 2 requirements. They should not contain any important information and must not exceed 3 megabytes. The email address the attackers use is blackbyte1@onionmail.org. How do I remove BlackByte ransomware? Although it may seem that the easiest way to deal with a BlackByte ransomware attack is to pay the hackers, this is never recommended. Nothing is guaranteed when dealing with criminals, and paying them just encourages them to seek more victims. Instead, you should scan for and remove elements associated with BlackByte ransomware with the help of a reputable malware remediation tool. Mosk Ransomware is another infection that comes from the Stop Djvu ransomware family. Like its predecessors, it was discovered locking files and demanding a ransom fee to restore file access. If you tend to install applications from misleading or potentially unreliable third-party sites, you may end up exposing yourself to threats like Mosk Ransomware. Mosk Ransomware can corrupt and encrypt multiple file types, including photos, music, documents, and videos. Mosk Ransomware, upon installation, appends the .mosk extension to the encrypted files and leaves the readme.txt ransom note on the user's desktop and in every folder containing encrypted files. Unfortunately, Mosk Ransomware victims do not have access to a free decryption tool at the moment. The only reliable way to recover affected files is to restore them from a backup or use alternative data recovery options. Mosk Ransomware employs the AES-256 encryption algorithm, and the hackers communicate with the victims via the emails helpmanager@airmail.cc or helpteam@mail.cc. They will offer to decrypt one file for free to prove that they can offer file decryption. Although the hackers behind Mosk Ransomware promise to provide a decryptor in exchange for payment, it is very likely that you may pay and never receive the decryption tool with the key. In terms of distribution, Mosk Ransomware spreads similarly to many other ransomware variants. It generally comes via malicious spam email attachments or unreliable third-party websites. Once it accesses the targeted system, the ransomware encrypts the user's important files and then demands a ransom in exchange for the decryption key. The cost of decryption is $980, but hackers will offer a 50% discount if the user contacts them within the first 72 hours after infection. How do I remove Mosk Ransomware? In order to remove Mosk Ransomware, you should have a reputable malware remediation tool installed on your computer. That way, you can scan for and remove elements associated with this troublesome ransomware infection. To protect your files from similar infections in the future, you should consider backing them up on an external hard drive or a cloud service. Mac users may notice a flurry of changes to their systems due to an adware app called MegaUnit. MegaUnit is a shady program that users may install without realizing it. The problem is that such apps usually ask for permission to be installed, but users often fail to notice that. This happens because the setup notification appears in a pop-up or in some other way that users are quick to dismiss. In other cases, the app can be installed without proper consent. Once the app is set up, it monetizes its presence via ad campaigns by taking over the user's web browser. It may present itself as something else, but it is actually just a form of adware with browser hijacking capabilities. Once installed, MegaUnit begins generating intrusive ads in the form of pop-ups, banners, surveys, and in-text links. Users should avoid engaging with these advertisements, as doing so may lead to suspicious third-party websites running phishing schemes or other dubious activities. MegaUnit can also modify the home page, new tab page, and the default search engine of the user's web browser. MegaUnit strives to ensure that whenever the users launch their browser, open a new tab, or conduct a search via the URL tab, they would land on the content that MegaUnit is looking to promote. Viewers should also keep in mind that adware like MegaUnit may be capable of monitoring their browsing activities. Among the things that can be monitored are the user's browsing history, search history, clicked URLs, device IP, geolocation, and more. Once gathered, this information may be transmitted to a remote server. How do I remove MegaUnit from my computer? You can remove MegaUnit from your computer by scanning for and eliminating the elements of this adware with the help of a reputable malware removal software. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like SpyHunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. SpyHunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. SpyHunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the SpyHunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. SpyHunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download SpyHunter today. Thanks for watching.